Okay, hi everybody. I wanted to talk about points. What is the point of anything? Well, what's the point? This is the point of the video, is exploring that question. So I talked about the lack of political progress in the video that I just uploaded prior to this one, where there's a huge disconnect between all the crazy speculation that's happening, mostly among young people, and the way in which politics still operates at present. Now, it seems like because so many personal criticisms become politicized in nature, and I think the reason for that, there's a lot of reasons for that. One that I'll illuminate is that it seems like people today don't feel much strength in personhood and personality. You can, if you say something a little bit risky, you can get destroyed at the personal level quite easily. You can incur all kinds of wrath and trouble. So it's better to sort of, hitch your wagon to a political movement, a group movement. But the nature of this dynamic here is that then the political movements become so heavily influenced by the personal, so they become so emotional and so cold and things like that. But this is an era where so many personal quibbles with the world have become channeled into political dynamics. Okay. Anyways, because politics has been kind of useless, all right, and hardly anything that's nothing, all of these ideas and feelings that have been channeled into a lot of political impetus over the last 10 years has just been sort of cynically used by the political elites in these groups. Okay, it's just been employed for reasons that are basically this power has been employed in ways that are basically disconnected from the concerns that produced the power. All right, so there's like a lack of resolution, right, for the anxieties that are being channeled into politics. So it seems so to me. So it seems so. That's Sorry for the redundant phrasing. Anyways. But because political routes seem to be exhausted or a lot more useless than people have anticipated, one wonders what the point is of anything. What can you even do then if you have a quibble at the personal level insofar as how society operates? What are you to do? What kind of result can you expect to have, and how do you get it? And I've been thinking about this, and I have come to no answers. I have no idea, because it seems like, I have plenty of concerns in my life. If I gave an unfiltered and unabashed voice to these things, I would probably have my life ruined. Not even that, like, it's like, it's not like my life is fantastic, but it's like, even this, I would be giving up. You understand? It's kind of astonishing. And it's sort of astonishing. I don't know. A lot of people seem to have extremely basic views on the world, and the nature of their criticisms are not very anguished. They might claim to be anguished, but if you have the same concerns that, like, a pundit on MSNBC has or something, you're probably not a very sensitive person. You understand? You're supposed to have concerns that you don't need, like, media indoctrination to sow in you. You're supposed to just come up with this stuff by yourself, right? Because there's something, like, in your brain that makes the world uncomfortable, right? Because the world is so dominated by the lowest common denominator. If the more you differ from the lowest common denominator, then the more frustrating reality would be, and the more unusual your criticisms would be. But this is, I don't know, everybody today was raised by vegetables or something. Everybody today is like, hardly a human being at all, so it seems. This is the world we live in. It's not made for thinking people, is it? Let's be cynical. Let's be rude and critical. Let's do so because that's all we have. You understand? Our sharpness of mind and tongue, that's all we have. They've taken everything else from us, allow us to have this. But everybody is a fool, so it seems, in this day and age. We're just a bunch of passive consumer fools who have no original beliefs. And if you feel anything that's too unusual, You should be killed. You should be fucking murdered. They should fucking kill you. And don't hope to influence politics, because politics is not for you, it's for them. It's not for you, it's for them. Good grief. What the shit? What the shit? What the shit? What's going on? What the fuck? You know, I can't even be precise even in the things that I'd like to say, because like I said, it's not safe. It's not safe to speak and say your real thoughts, because especially not online. You'll be destroyed, kiddo. Your life will be ruined, kiddo. You got to be pleasant and happy. Everything in the world that's happening is so cool. Everything that happens is so cool. And if you're doing a job interview, you have to be like, oh my God, I knew ever since I was a baby that I wanted this particular fucking job. It's not like I'm looking at 200 other jobs that are kind of different and require different commitments and different things that I have to be, you know, close to an expert on. No, this particular job, I've been preparing for it my whole life. This particular job, I've been preparing for it my whole life. And I have 10,000 years of experience in this field. Everything that's been going on, you know, that this job needs, I've been doing that since I was a fucking sperm. I've been doing it since I was a sperm, and I always knew I wanted this fucking job. And I always wanted to make this paltry sum of a yearly income. I always wanted, that's the exact number that I wanted. That's what I wanted. That's exactly what I wanted. And every time I do a job, I'm always like, fuck, why can't it be this one? So hire me. Oh my God. And I always come at everything with a can-do attitude. I have an attention to detail. I'm a self-starter. Dude, why is it that every fucking job listing, look, it's written by an AI. It just is. And then when you get the job, they're judging you to the extent to which, what do they want? Because they're being lazy with how they even list the job and how they describe it, and yet they want you to be what? Like what? What do they want you to be? Superior. You commit your whole life like a fucking, you know, priest to, not to God, but to this job, and you're never going to leave it ever. You're never going to ask for more money ever. You're never going to do any of that, and you just love life every day. You love life. You love this fucking hellhole we live in. You love it, and you love it. Oh my God. Why can't we just why can't we be honest? Why can't we like, it's like, you know, why can't, it's like, okay, obviously so much of what undergirds the job economy is ridiculous, but you make an effort to make it work, okay? With having acknowledged those things, why must it all be like, no, you have to be you have to have come out of, a fucking, you know, a can shipped by Temu. They pull these employees out, and you're supposed to just, you know, oh my gosh, go, you know, like a spinning gear, go work on whatever bullshit. All right, let's not be critical, actually. I'm a self-starter. I'm detail-oriented. I have a can-do attitude. What I could probably pull up any job listing right now and find all this bullshit. All right, that's my rant for now. I might make more rants. I think I enjoyed this. There was slightly cathartic in this.